So good morning everyone and welcome to the morning con call. First we'll start with technical and derivative updates. So what we saw yesterday is Nifty did again open with a downtick of 50-60 odd points and was in the grip of the bears from the outset and kept sliding lower throughout the day. But the selling intensified in the post-noon session wherein the index lost over 80-90 points in a matter of half an hour or so, and we broke the psychological mark of 16,000 levels, and we closed below the said level. But we did found some boat of support near 15,950 odd levels. So, but we still closed below 16,000 levels. What is interesting to see is that Nifty, although has been correcting from last four sessions from 16,300 all the way to 15,950, the India VIX has not seen any spike. So it has been closing near the 18 odd mark from past three trading sessions. So which is a positive sign going forward. On the sectorial front, what we saw yesterday is that the FMCG, media, metals, and pharma closed in the green, with pharma being the best performing sector, which closed with gains of over 1.5%, while Nifty Bank, Auto, IT, and oil and gas all closed in the red. Majorly, HDFC Twins were the main and Reliance was the main culprit for the index to come off, as the broader markets, that is mid-cap and small caps, outperformed the frontline index to close in the green. So the technical setup is that yesterday we have closed the 7th July gap up area, which is a shade negative. And we have also closed below 16,000. So 15,800 looks likely level for as the near term target if we don't close above 16,100 in a day or two. On the Bank Nifty front, what we saw is that it did open lower and closed below the 35,000 mark for the first time after closing above the said level for the two previous days. Again, the bank HDFC Bank was a key tracker as it contributed over 250 points to the Bank Nifty's fall. What we have seen that PSU Bank has been outperforming the private sector bank from past 3-4 trading sessions with some amount of gains in Canara Bank, SBI, and even the smaller banks like Bank of Baroda. So we need to be in the place where we have seen some outperformance. Even for the Bank Nifty, 34,500 and 34,400 are the key support zones, as it is also a demand zone, as there are a couple of supports. The first is the upward sloping trend line. If we join the highs of 13 June and 27 June, so previously it was acting as a resistance. So as per the change of polarity, the resistance will act now as a support, while the 7th July gap up area is also placed near that level. So on the lower end, 34,500, 34,400 should act as immediate support for Bank Nifty. On the derivative front, what we have seen yesterday is that Nifty futures did show some long liquidation to the tune of 0.60%, with a reduction of 0.08 million shares. With that, the total outstanding position stands at 13.90 million shares. Even the PCROI saw some downtick, wherein it closed at 0.78 levels as compared to its previous of 0.85 levels. Even the option distribution has shifted lower, wherein the put major additions in the put were seen in 16,000 and 15,800 levels. So 15,800 strikes saw addition of 1.26 million, while 16,000 put saw addition of 2.93 million. While on the call front, 16,100 and 16,300 strikes saw a very aggressive addition. So it suggests that 16,100 and 16,200 should be the ceiling for the time being, and 15,800 should be the support going forward. While on the Bank Nifty futures, the total OI stands at 24.33 lakh shares as compared to its previous of 26.18 lakh shares. So there's a reduction of 7% in the OI, which suggests that long liquidation was seen in Bank Nifty. And on the FI institutional front, in the cash market, FI had a net sell figure of 2,839 crores, while DI had a net buy figure of 1,799 crores. While on the derivative front, the FI stock suggests that index futures, there are net buy of 566 crores. Index option, they had a major net sell figure of 3,918 crores. Stock future, they had a small net buy figure of 11.26 crores. While stock option, they had a small net sell figure of 37 crores. And the stock that is in FNO band for today's session is Delta Corp, while in the major additions on the long side was seen in Mindtree, Dabur, Syngene, LTI, and CUB, while major shorts were seen in Coforge, IndusInd Bank, Navin Fluorine, TCS, and IOC. So that would be it from my end. Now I'll pass it over to Archana ma'am for further research updates. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Nikush. Good morning, team. So, a few updates from my side. So, we are starting with just starting Mahindra. Mindtree reported healthy set of numbers in Q1 FY23 and has maintained steady margins at 21.1%. Company is confident of achieving 20% plus EBITDA margin in FY23 and considering the robust growth, healthy deal TCV of USD 1.6 billion and focus on top 100 clients. We expect the company to register industry-leading growth in the current financial year. We have upgraded the stock from hold to buy with the revised target price of 3350. On Infosys, the company has acquired life sciences consulting and technology leader Base Life Science. The acquisition is expected to close during the second quarter of fiscal 2023, and the cost of acquisition is up to euro 110 million. And the valuation is close to 4x of EV to sales. So this acquisition will help the company to expand footprints across Europe and scale digital transformation capabilities with cloud-based industry solutions. So that this bodes well for the company's growth prospects going forward. FMCG companies have taken price hike in the month of June. So like HUL has hiked the prices for soaps by 3 to 20%. ITC has increased prices for select SKUs of Fiamma Devils by 21%. GCPL, Reckitt and Wipro Consumer have also increased the prices in the range of 4 to 19%. While Marico has reduced the prices of select SKUs of Parachute Coconut Oil by 2%, and however, increased price of Jasmine Oil by 2%. So we have buy rating on HUL, Marico, GCPL, and hold for ITC. On Dabur, the company, Dabur India through its subsidiary Dabur International Sales has acquired entire stake in the Bangladesh-based Asian Consumer Care for its JV partner for the sum of 51 crore. It's a small acquisition, and this will help the company to expand into consumer foods under home care and personal care. So this bodes well for Dabur. On Somani Ceramic, so the company's Deputy CEO has said that the company aims to grow at 27% on top line in this fiscal year, with targeting to be at net sales at 2,700 crores. Though the natural gas prices have increased, the management has said that there is a bit of softening going forward, and the company's new capacity addition has been giving higher scale of operations and higher volumes, and that should bode well for the company's healthy earnings growth going forward. So we have been positive on Kajaria, Sera and Somani in the pack of building material products. And we believe, given that there is a huge gap of valuation between Kajaria and Somani, so the stock can give decent returns going forward. So we have currently buy rating on the stock with a target price of 863. There was some concerns on IndusInd Bank. So the case pertains to alleged irregularities in import remittance in 21 banks, and the bank has said that they will take the action, appropriate action against any of these employees if found indulging in any of these transaction related to 2015 case. So the most of the banks have the employees of the bank have already left the bank, but because of this whatever thing has happened, the stock was under pressure yesterday. But we believe that if at all the company takes the immediate action on it, and given the company's operations, we are positive on the bank. But we need to see how everything pans out going forward and what kind of action will be taken by the bank. So as of now, keep it under radar, but for a mid to long term, the stock looks pretty interesting to us. On Balaji Telefilms, the entertainment company has appointed Abhishek Kumar as Group CEO, and he was earlier worked with Jupiter Capital. Comes positive on the company's front. And coming to Tata Metallics, the Tata Group company recorded 99% YY decline in profit at 1.2 crore for the quarter ended June 2022. but the revenues have grew by almost 10% to 666 crore. Now we need to see that, despite having a pretty substantial earnings growth, the PAT numbers have eroded, and that has come because of the high raw material prices. If you see going forward, this would be the trend for at least the manufacturing companies, wherein you will see the top line growth because the NSR has increased and the volume has shoot up. But at EBITDA and PAT level, the margins will be kind of subdued. So we need to be with selected companies going forward, and only the good names should be kept in the portfolio. So pretty disappointing set of numbers by Tata Metallics. On Maximum International, the company has drawn up a more than 25 crore expansion plan for East African operations over next 2-3 years. Looks positive on the company's front. On NHPC, the company has received approval of the Ministry of Power for pre-investment activities at Sawalkot Hydroelectric Project in JNK for an amount of 973 crore at November 2021 price level. On Hindustan Zinc, the company has approved interim dividend of 21 rupees per share on a face value of 2. And on Jubilant Pharma, so Jubilant Pharma Holdings, a unit of Jubilant Pharma, has secured a 5-year loan facility from Standard Chartered Bank to repay 350 million USD in terms of loans and bonds. So that should kind of help the company to reduce the interest cost going forward, and comes as a positive development on the company's front. On JSW Energy, the JSW New Energy, a wholly owned subsidiary, has won a deal from Solar Energy Corporation of India to set a 300 megawatt wind power plant. So pretty positive, and the stock can react positively on this news. And lastly, on Tata Power, so TP Shaurya, a wholly owned subsidiary, has won a contract from Solar Energy Corporation of India for setting up 600 megawatt hybrid wind and solar power project in Karnataka. This will increase the Tata Power's total renewable capacity to 5,524 megawatts, and comes as a very, very positive development on the company's front, given that the coal prices are shot up, and something this wind and solar will help the company to give the restricted operating cost going forward. So very, very positive news on Tata Power's front. So that's from my side. Now I request Hitendra to take it over from me and add his research updates. Thank you, and over to Hitendra.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am, and good morning, everyone. We'll see more further updates. SDFC has issued a bond on private placement basis that is up to 5,000 crore. This is a secure redeemable NCDs that will bear up to 7.7% interest, and this will be for 4 years and 11 months. Totally. Then, according to SIAM, the PV wholesale sales data is a rise on 19% year-on-year in the June on back of improvement of chip supplies. First of all, secondly, if you see in two-wheeler wholesale sales, it has also increased to 13.8 lakh units last month compared to 10.6 lakh units in a year-over period. The total three-wheeler sales grew to 26,701 units last month, again 9,404 units in July. So overall, if you see, then this industry is also reeling out of the pressure that it is facing from chip shortages. Secondly, if you see, Adani Ports has also clocked the cargo throughput that is of 10 million MMT in the first 99 days of FY23. The company has also set a target of 500 MMT of cargo throughput by 2025. And the company has also consistently raised their cargo throughput year and after year. And they had also reached 100 MMT cargo throughput in the 109 days, that is last year. Infosys has also acquired a small firm that is a Denmark-based company. This is basically for technology and consulting firm of life sciences industry, and this would be total acquisition for $111 million, and this is aimed to be completed in the second quarter of FY23. So that's it from mine. I'll hand over to Prabhakar sir for more updates. Thank you.
Good morning, team. Very important news is US inflation, which has come at 40.5 years high at 9.1. Previous high, was in 1981 November. So there are chances that Fed might hike 75 basis point interest rate. So this is a bit negative for India. Now, if interest rate in US goes higher, the liquidity will drain, but we need to understand we have our own strength also. So this is something to watch out for. And there is one more interesting news which says, it is there in business line. I'll post it after some time. The GRM margins now has got into negative because of the windfall tax. So now what is happening is, your aviation fuel and crude, the crack margins have gone below 15 years average is what reports are saying. So it is a bit negative for ONGC, Oil India, even Reliance, IOC, BPCL. So I think it will have some impact. That is why Reliance has started to correct after this windfall margin. So I think some more correction is possible, but Reliance results will be very good. That also we need to have in mind. Mutual fund asset has plunged to 11 months low on weak market trend. In June 2022, now the total asset under management was 35 lakh 64,000 crores. So previously it was at 37 lakh also at the highest. So it has come down drastically. Now this is because of the investigation by SEBI, as well as the number of, they have banned new schemes also. So everything together has put a spook, and even market sentiment is one more thing where the withdrawal has started to happen. Hindustan Zinc dividend, now they are paying 21 rupees. Very good dividend deal for that stock. So normally there are metal stock where dividend yield is very good. Hindustan Zinc, NMDC, are few stocks in that high dividend yield. Tata Power subsidy, TP Surya Limited receives award to set up 600 megawatt of solar and wind hybrid project for SCCI at Karnataka. The project will be commissioned in 24 months from the PPA execution date, is what Tata Power has informed. So they are getting a lot of contract on solar and wind power also. NMDC will announce auctions for 1.28 million tons of iron ore from Karnataka. Ashok Leyland has launched the EcoStar 1815 truck in 17.5 ton GVW category. The truck is the best-in-class payload and delivers superior mileage with 4-cylinder engine for faster turnaround time. So we like Ashok Leyland, we like Mahindra and Mahindra. So any correction would be an opportunity in auto stock, and auto numbers have also come, FADA numbers also. So the entry level vehicles are not doing too good. Your two-wheelers are not doing good. But when it comes to SUV, when it comes to LCVs or other things, the numbers have been good. I think auto as a sector, rather than the two-wheelers, other segments will do very good. With that, over to you, Sitija.
Thank you everyone. Thank you sir. Good morning everyone. हम लोग अभी कॉल को एक बार हिंदी में कर लेते हैं. जो फर्स्ट अपडेट है वो माइंड्रे के ऊपर है. माइंड्रे के कल नंबर आए थे. कंपनी ने 37.37% की ईयर ऑन ईयर ग्रोथ रिपोर्ट की है. उसके अलावा जो उनका प्रॉफिट है वो 471.6 करोड़ है, और जो रेवेन्यू इंक्रीज हुआ है वो 36.2% से ईयर ऑन ईयर. और उनका जो ऑर्डर बुक है अभी तक हाईएस्ट है $570 मिलियन. तो ओवरऑल जो उनकी जो हेल्थ डिमांड है डिजिटल कैपेसिटी की वो भी हेल्दी है. तो नेक्स्ट अपडेट है टाटा मेटालिक के ऊपर. टाटा ग्रुप की जो टाटा मेटालिक कंपनी है उनके भी कल नंबर्स आए थे. तो 98.7 ईयर ऑन ईयर डिक्लाइन हुई है उनकी जो ग्रोथ है वो, और प्रॉफिट है वो 1.22 करोड़ है. तो नंबर्स काफी इतने अच्छे कुछ अच्छे नहीं आए हैं, तो ये निगेटिव रहेगा स्टॉक के लिए. जो एंटरटेनमेंट कंपनी है बालाजी टेलीफिल्म, उन्होंने अभिषेक कुमार उनको ग्रुप चीफ एग्जीक्यूटिव ऑफिसर अपॉइंट किया है. नेक्स्ट अपडेट है जो एफएमसीजी सेक्टर है उसके ऊपर जो प्राइस हाइक की है जून में एफएमसीजी सेक्टर में, तो एचयूएल ने हाइक की है प्राइस सोप्स में 3 to 20% से। आईटीसी ने भी इंक्रीज की है प्राइस लाइक सिलेक्टिव एसकेयूज जो व्हील्स है उसमें 21% से। देन गुजरात कंज्यूमर है, उसके अलावा विप्रो कंज्यूमर है, उन्होंने प्राइस हाइक की है, रेंज जो है वो 4 to 19% है। मेरिको ने रिड्यूस प्राइस की है, जैसे कि पैराशूट कोकोनट ऑयल है और वो 2% से, और जो इंक्रीज प्राइस की है जैस्मिन ऑयल में वो 2% से किए हैं। तो ओवरऑल रेटिंग हमारा एचयूएल, मैरिको और गोदरेज कंज्यूमर के ऊपर बाय है और आईटीसी के ऊपर होल्ड है। इन्फोसिस कंपनी है, उन्होंने एक्विजिशन किया है लाइफ साइंस कंसल्टेंसी जो टेक्नोलॉजी है बेस लाइफ साइंस जो डेनमार्क बेस है, और ये एक्विजिशन एक्सपेक्ट है कि क्लोज होगा सेकेंड क्वार्टर के फाइनेंशियल ईयर 2023 के। और इसकी जो कॉस्ट है एक्विजिशन की वो अराउंड लाइक अप टू यूरो 110 मिलियन है। और एक्सपांड वो जो बेसिकली एक्सपांड करेंगे फुटप्रिंट अक्रॉस यूरोप में, और जो डिजिटल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन है उसके कारण। तो एक पॉजिटिव न्यूज है कंपनी के फ्रंट में। नेक्स्ट अपडेट है डाबर के ऊपर। डाबर की जो सब्सिडरी है डाबर इंटरनेशनल, उन्होंने एक एंटायर स्टेक अक्वायर किया है, बांग्लादेश बेस्ड कंपनी है एशियन कंज्यूमर केयर। और जो जीवी पार्टनर एडवांस केमिकल इंडस्ट्री है उनका उस वो अक्वायर किया, और जो उसकी वैल्यू है वो 51 करोड़ है। सो डाबर ने 76% स्टेक पहले एक्विजिशन किया था, और अभी जो रिमेनिंग 24% है वो एडवांस टेक केमिकल इंडस्ट्री में वो कंप्लीट एक्वायर कर लिया है। इसके अलावा जो डाबर के जो अपूर्वा सिंह बायस, उनको अपॉइंट किया है एज अ चीफ मार्केटिंग ऑफिसर। ये पहले बेक्टर्स फूड स्पेशलिटी से आए हुए हैं, और ये ब्रांड मैनेजर और मार्केटिंग मैनेजर कैटेगरी हेड में थे फूड डिवीजन में डाबर में 7 इयर्स के लिए। तो ओवरऑल बाय रेटिंग है स्टॉक के ऊपर, और जो टारगेट प्राइस है वो 672 है। नेक्स्ट अपडेट है सोमानी सिरामिक्स के ऊपर। जो सीईओ है सोमानी सिरामिक्स, उन्होंने अपडेट किया है कि उनका एम है 27% ग्रोथ टर्नओवर करेंगे अराउंड 2700 करोड़ ये फिस्कल में। और जो इंडस्ट्री का जो बैड फेस है, जो नेचुरल गैसेस की जो प्राइसेस बढ़ रही है उसके कारण भी वो कंपनी का एम है। तो ओवरऑल ये इंडस्ट्री पे सोमानी सिरामिक्स पे बाय रेटिंग और जो टारगेट प्राइस है वो 863 है। और कल ही न्यूज आई थी इंडसइंड बैंक के ऊपर कि इंडसइंड बैंक के ऊपर जो केस चल रहा है उसके ये कंपनी ने बोला है कि वो जो भी एक्शन लेंगे, कोई भी एम्प्लॉय उसके उसमें मिल जाता है तो उसमें इमीडिएट एक्शन लेंगे, पर स्टॉक अंडर प्रेशर रहेगा आज। तो हम लोग मिड टू लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए पॉजिटिव है, और अभी जो एक्शन लेंगे वो वॉच आउट करने जैसी रहेगी। बट आज स्टॉक के ऊपर रिएक्शन आपको देखने मिल सकती है। नेक्स्ट अपडेट है अदानी पोर्ट्स एंड स्पेशल इकोनॉमिक जोन पे। कंपनी ने बोला है कि वो जो क्लॉक करेंगे कार्गो थ्रू 10 मिलियन मेट्रिक टन्स फर्स्ट 99 डेज में फाइनेंशियल ईयर 23 में, और कंपनी का जो टारगेट है वो सेटअप है 500 मेट्रिक्स मिलियन टन्स का है थ्रू द ईयर 2025। तो कंपनी कंसिस्टेंटली उनके जो कार्गो है वो ईयर एक साल के बाद साल बढ़ा रही है। तो ओवरऑल उनका रीच अभी तक 100 मेट्रिक मिलियन टन्स कार्गो लाइक जो अभी लास्ट ईयर में जो 100 डेज में उन्होंने कंप्लीट किया है। नेक्स्ट अपडेट है एचडीएफसी के ऊपर। जो मॉर्गेज लोन है उन्होंने लॉन्च किया इश्यू ऑफ बॉन्ड्स प्राइवेट प्लेसमेंट बेसिस से, और ये 15 जुलाई को होगा, और जो रेस होगा वो अराउंड 5000 करोड़ होगा। और कंपनी ने सिक्योर्ड रिडीमेबल नॉन कन्वर्टेबल डिबेंचर्स एनसीडीज भी जो इंटरेस्ट होगा वो 7.7% से होगा, और ये एनुअली पे होगा। और जो टेनिचर है उसका टेन्यर है वो 4 years 11 months 10 days का है। नेक्स्ट अपडेट है ऑटो सेक्टर के ऊपर। जो पैसेंजर व्हीकल के जो होलसेल नंबर्स आए वो इंडिया में काफी अच्छे से बढ़ रहे हैं, 19% से ईयर ऑन ईयर जून में बढ़े हैं। तो ये इम्प्रूवमेंट लाइक चीफ की सप्लाई वो नॉर्मलाइज हो रही है उसके कारण है। इसके अलावा जो टू व्हीलर्स के होलसेल नंबर्स है वो इंक्रीज हुए 13.08 लाख यूनिट्स लास्ट मंथ, जो कंपेयर लाइक 10.6 लाख यूनिट्स थे 1 ईयर प्रीवियस जो थे उसके कंपैरिजन में। और थ्री व्हीलर्स के जो सेल्स है वो 26 9,701 यूनिट्स है लास्ट मंथ, अगेंस्ट 9,404 यूनिट्स थे जून 2021 में। नेक्स्ट अपडेट है NHPC के ऊपर। जो NHPC कंपनी है, NHPC कंपनी है, उनको एक ऑर्डर मिला है पावर मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ पावर प्री इन्वेस्टमेंट एक्टिविटी से, जो हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिक प्रोजेक्ट सेटअप करेंगे जम्मू एंड कश्मीर में, और जो अमाउंट है वो 973 करोड़ है। इसके बाद अपडेट है हिंदुस्तान जिंक के ऊपर। कंपनी को इंटरिम डिविडेंड डिक्लेयर किया है 21 रुपीज का। और जो नेक्स्ट अपडेट है जुबिलियंट फार्मा के ऊपर। कंपनी के जो जुबिलियंट फार्मा होल्डिंग है, उसने 5 इयर्स का लोन फैसिलिटी सिक्योर्ड किया है स्टैंडर्ड चार्टर्ड बैंक से, और वो रीपे करेंगे $350 मिलियन जो टर्म है और बॉन्ड्स के हिसाब से, और एडिशनल 50 मिलियन वो ऑन मार्क करेंगे कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर से। देन GSW एनर्जी, उनकी जो होली ओन सब्सिडरी है जियो नियो एनर्जी, उनको एक डील मिला है सोलर एनर्जी कॉर्पोरेशन से, और वो सेटअप करेंगे 300 मेगावाट विंड पावर प्लांट। नेक्स्ट अपडेट है टाटा पावर के ऊपर। टाटा पावर TP सूर्या, जो उनकी होली ओन सब्सिडरी कंपनी है, उनको एक कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मिला है सोलर एनर्जी कॉर्पोरेशन ऑफ इंडिया से, जो 600 मेगावाट सेटअप करेंगे हाइब्रिड पावर प्रोजेक्ट, जो विंड एंड सोलर मिक्सचर होगा, और ये कर्नाटका में सेटअप करेंगे। और इससे जो अभी टोटल इंक्रीज हुआ है टाटा पावर का रिन्यूएबल कैपेसिटी, वो 5,524 मेगावाट। तो ओवरऑल ये कंपनी के लिए बहुत ही पॉजिटिव न्यूज है। नेक्स्ट अपडेट है जो अभी US इन्फ्लेशन के ऊपर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट डेटा है। जो अभी तक US का जो इन्फ्लेशन डेटा था वो 1981 में प्रीवियसली हाई था, अभी ये 14.5 इयर्स के हाई पे चल रहा है 9.1। सो इसके कारण फेड रेट हाइक कर सकता है 0.75 बेसिस से। तो ये एक नेगेटिव रहेगा थोड़ा मार्केट्स के लिए, क्योंकि US में जब रेट्स हाई होते हैं तो ये थोड़ा बहुत नेगेटिव रहता है। तो ये जो फेड के जो रेट हाइक्स के वो वॉच आउट करने जैसे रहेंगे। जो GRM मार्जिन है वो काफी नेगेटिव हो रहे हैं। सो उसके कारण जो एविएशन फ्यूल है वो बिलो मतलब नीचे जा रहे हैं। तो ये ONGC, IOC, HPCL, BPCL जो ऑयल मेकिंग कंपनीज हैं उसके लिए निगेटिव रहेगा। और जो विंडफॉल मार्जिन है वो भी देखने मतलब लाइक वॉच आउट करने जैसा रहेगा। म्यूचुअल फंड AMC है, उसके जो ये है तो वो 11th मंथ के लो पे चल रहा है, क्योंकि मार्केट जो सेंटिमेंट है वो वीक है। प्रीवियसली 37 लाख हाईएस्ट था, अभी ये 35,64,000 करोड़ है। तो ये विड्रॉल भी अभी वीक मार्केट सेंटिमेंट की वजह से ज्यादा बढ़ रहे हैं। नेक्स्ट अपडेट है NMDC जो है वो ऑक्शन के लिए 1.8 मिलियन आयरन ओर उन्होंने किया है। ओवरऑल ऑटो सेक्टर में हम लोग अशोक लेलैंड M&M के ऊपर पॉजिटिव है। जैसे करेक्शन में ऑटो स्टॉक्स आप एक बार देख सकते हो। जो फाड़ा के नंबर्स आए वो भी SUV और जो सेगमेंट्स है उसमें काफी अच्छे आए। टू व्हीलर्स इतने अच्छे नहीं आए, पर जो टू व्हीलर्स के अलावा जो अदर सेगमेंट्स है उसके नंबर्स अच्छे आए। तो ओवरऑल हम लोग पॉजिटिव है ऑटो सेक्टर्स के ऊपर। सो दैट्स इट फ्रॉम आवर एंड। थैंक यू एवरीवन फॉर जॉइनिंग द कॉन कॉल। हैव अ नाइस डे।